You see that? Go to Psalm 75. Come.
Book of Psalms, chapter 78, verse 5. For he established a testimony in Jacob and appointed a law in Israel.
Right.
Hold on, he appointed a law where?
In Israel.
He appointed a law in Israel. So Israel, you are held accountable for breaking it. That's what you see what's going on with you today. Right? Where you being persecuted and everybody trying to figure out. Go ahead.
Which he commanded our fathers that they should make them known to their children.
See, but they didn't make them known to their children. They told their children that it's done away with. You see that? You don't got to keep it. Go ahead.
That the generation to come might know them, even the children which should be born, who should rise and declare them to their
brother. Shalom, brother. You know your nationality? What's your nationality? Black and Puerto Rican? That's a color, and Puerto Rican means Port of Riches. You believe in the Bible? Where are the Puerto Ricans in the Bible? Puerto Rico means a Port of Riches. That's a man-made. The Lord created 18 nations of people. So who are you? My shirt is black. You see that? That's a Crayola. That was terms of put on us. You find your nationality in the Bible. The world's best kept secret. You got 2 minutes, brother? We don't celebrate Father's Day, man. That's idolatry. You see that? And that's what we're going into, man. We don't have time for this, but we got time to dabble in all these philosophies, man. Brother gave me 2 things, man, as his nationality. Then the brother told me Happy Father's Day, man. And we see why we out here. Go ahead. I'm gonna have a Happy Father's Day in captivity with the white man ruling over me, man. Go ahead.
That they might set their hope in God and not forget the works of God, but keep his commandments.
See that? Keep his commandments. That's the whole point. Give me Psalm 147 and 19. Right? And the Lord gave us a law, statutes, and commandments for a heritage, man. Go ahead.
Book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob.
He showed it to Esau.
Jacob.
The Most High said he showed his word only to Jacob. Go ahead.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He has not dealt so with any nation.
Hey, the Lord said he ain't never dealt with the other nations, man. Right? So your Christian pastors are liars, man. Go ahead.
And as for his judgments, they have not known them.
They don't know the judgment because he don't deal with them, man. That's why everybody ain't getting shot in the streets by the police. That's why everybody ain't in the ghettos, man. That's why everybody ain't lost, man. Everybody on the earth know who they are except the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Seminole Indians. You got grown old men calling themselves black, a Crayola. Right? Can you go to the airport and catch a flight to the land of black? You see that? Are y'all proud to be Americans? You are? How did America get this country? Huh? How did America get this? You look like you kind of got jammed up, Esau. You look like you kind of got dropped, man. See that? You got Edomites walking on stolen land talking about they proud, man. Give me Isaiah 29 and 6. Everything funny to these Edomites today, man. You look like he kind of got dropped, man. You see his eye? Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah chapter 29 verse 6. Thou shalt be visited thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Hey, they talking about Mother Nature, man. Hey, that's the Lord, man. The Most High said the earth was gonna be visited, man. Read that again.
Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire.
Hey, because then the Lord, give me Isaiah 66 and 15. Right? Hey, when you go to church tomorrow morning, they're going to tell you the Lord coming back with hugs and kisses, man. Because they don't know the Most High, man. How y'all sisters doing? Y'all know y'all nationality? She said, we don't got time for you niggas. So if it was the white man up here talking, they would at least acknowledge our presence. Read this.
Isaiah 66 and 50.
Listen to this while you walk away.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire.
They don't believe that. The Lord coming with fire. Go ahead.
And with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
They don't believe that, man. You think they believe that? Right? And the Lord say he coming with fire, man. Right? Give me Malachi 4 and 1. The Lord is getting ready to bring judgment to this place. And the Lord did say it's going to be like the days of Noah. Everybody kind of going to be doing their own thing like ain't nothing about to happen. That's why he say he's going to pull up like a thief in the night. Right? He coming in through the back door, man. Right? And when somebody get ready to rob your house, man, hey, they kind of wait till you go to work. They wait till you fall asleep when you least expect it, man. Right? So the Lord going to come back when you least expect it, man. He going to pop up on you. Go ahead.
Book of Malachi chapter 4 verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven.
It's going to feel like an oven, man. Right? Hey, you got sisters out here dressing like harlots, man, talking about it's too hot. Hey, the Lord said it's going to be hot when he come, man. You going to wish you had a dress and modest apparel on, man. Right? You going to tell the Lord it was too hot? And he coming with fire, man. He coming to burn you up, man. Read that again.
For behold, the days cometh that shall burn as an oven. And all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly.
All the proud and all that do wickedly, all they that break the commandments, that's their own God, they do what they want to do. Right? Go ahead.
Shall be stubble.
They shall be what?
Stubble.
They gonna be like stubble, man. You know, like after you set a fire and that fire go out and you see those ashes right there. So the Lord said it's gonna be like stubble, man. Go ahead.
And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith the Lord of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise, with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall.
You see that? Those that keep the commandments, man, you Israelites, that acknowledge who you are in these last days, and come back to your power, and stop begging the damn right, man. You see that? Go ahead.
And ye shall tread down the wicked.
We're going to do what?
Tread down the wicked.
The Lord said we're going to tread down the wicked, man. Shalom, sister. You know your nationality? According to the Bible?
Thank you.
What's your nationality? Heaven? Sister, that's confusion. Heaven is not a nationality. You see that? Give me Hosea 4 and 6. And she was dead serious. She said her nationality is heaven. Read this.
Book of Hosea chapter 4 verse 6. My people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge.
And the Most High said his people. He didn't say everybody. He said his people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, man. Go ahead.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
And they reject knowledge, man. The only knowledge they want to reject is the knowledge of the so-called white man give you. You see that? Read.
I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
See that? The Most High can't use you, man. Give me Zechariah 7 and 11. Right? What's your nationality, man? You might be. I'm talking to you. Read. Zechariah 7 and 11. Hell no, nobody know what the hell going on, man. They're like, who are these niggas out here? Read this. You know what's going on, brother? You know what time it is? What time is it, brother? All praise. That's right, brother. It's the last days. That's right. That's right, man. Go ahead. Read this.
Book of Zechariah chapter 7 verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears that they should not hear.
See, that's what our people do. They refuse to listen. And he's talking to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, man. God's chosen people, man. The greatest people on the planet. They refuse to hearken and they close their ears, man. Go ahead.
Yea, they made their heart as an adamant stone.
And they make their heart as an adamant stone, man. Only people they want to listen to are these people right here, these red dragons, man. These damn devils, the so-called white man is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. Right? Shalom, brother. You know your nationality? You know your nationality? A little bit? Yeah. Give me 2 minutes. Come talk to me, brother. Come find out the truth, man. All praises.
Hey, brother, you good? You get some music for my life. I was told I was black, but what does the Bible say?
She's going to show you what the Bible says. You know? You already heard this before?
No, not
all right. Because we know black is, no matter, you're pretty dark. But you still ain't black. My shirt black. Black is not a nationality, it's just a color. You see that? You break that.
So what have you been told growing up?
Just told you.
I want to go. Go ahead.
All my life, one time, people told me I was black. Another thing too is I heard that Christianity was
Right. Well, they took our book and made Christianity out of it, right? And they gave us, with Christianity comes this doctrine, right? What the world calls Jesus doesn't look like this, right? And you can find that in the book. Right, exactly. Revelation. Right. But let's show you who you are. So you said they told you that, you know, you're African American, right? So America is Leo Cyprios Americo Vespucci, right? That's one white man. And Leo Cyprio Africanus, that's what Africa is named after. Those are two white men. Do you descend from two white men? Do you? You don't descend from two white men. So we're going to break down who you are according to the Bible. Can you do Deuteronomy 1:1?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Okay, so brother, who is Moses speaking to right here? Okay, jump to Deuteronomy 11:26. Yeah. So right now we know who the audience is in Deuteronomy. You know, we just came out of Egypt. We're going through the wilderness right now, and everything that's going on is Moses speaking to the children of Israel. No one else, right? All right, read this for me.
Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Right.
A blessing if you obey the commandments of the Lord your power,
right,
which I command you this day.
Right. So we was given options pretty much, right? If we follow the commandments of the Most High, we're going to be blessed. If we don't, we're going to be cursed. Jump up to 28 to 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Right.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord your power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, is a curse a good or a bad thing? It's a bad thing, right? All right, so go ahead.
Cursed shall thy be in the city.
All right, so when you look around, anywhere on the earth, right, where our people are, how are we living? Right, we're in the ghettos, we're in the slums, right? We're in the most crappy parts of any neighborhood, right? All right, go on.
And cursed shall thy be in the field.
Now, right, you come, look right there. What are we doing in the field right there? Oh, my bad. Picking cotton, right? So we're the only people who's doing that, right? So you already identified with two of these curses already. Go ahead.
I'm going to read 25. Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 25. The Lord shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies.
You see what's going on right now, brother? Matter of fact, that
means to be killed.
To be killed. Matter of fact, not even right now, just throughout our history of being here, we're the one getting smitten and killed in front of our enemies. And who are the people who are killing us? Right? Say it again?
Right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead. I mean,
okay, so how about this? Let me put it like this. Was Jeremiah, was he bad or was he alright? Right? Alright. How about this? All these people on these slave ships, right? Well, they all wicked. mean to tell me there was no good on these spaceships? What about the little babies that they fed the alligators? All right, who did that to them? All right, so does God care about whether some of them good or not? Give me Psalm 56.
We're gonna just use the Bible, all right? We'll break it down like that.
I want to look down and see if that was
Start at 1.
Book of Psalm chapter 53 verse 1. The fool has said in his heart, there is no God. Corrupt are they, and have done abominable iniquity.
This fool that said there's no God is talking about the Edomites. The biblical name of the so-called white man is the Edomites. They set themselves up as God, because they wanted to be like the Most High. They say they God, and they say they know. You think they believe in the Most High? No. Go ahead.
There is none that doth good.
There is what?
None that doth good.
The Lord said none of them do good. Go ahead.
Yet God looked down from heaven
the Most High. He looked down from the heavens at His creation. Go ahead.
upon the children of men.
The children of men are the other nations. The children of God are the Israelites, the 12 tribes. That's why He was only dealing with Israel. That was His chosen. Read.
To see if there were any that did understand, that did seek God.
He looked down to see if there was any that had understanding, that seek the Most High, that was righteous. Go ahead.
Every one of them is.
Hold on, some of them.
Every one of them.
Now, a few of them.
Every one of
The
them
Lord said every one of them, go ahead,
is gone back.
that's going backwards, meaning they wicked. Go ahead.
They are altogether become filthy.
They what?
Altogether become filthy.
The Lord said the so-called white race is filthy, man. Go ahead.
There is none that doth good.
Now, some of them good.
There is none that doth good.
The Lord said there's none that do it good. See that? So that means this red dragon right here, right? The Lord said that's the wicked. Give me Job 9:24. You got to break it down to the brother, because he might work with some Jake. They might think he's good. That's the cool white dude at my job. The Lord said this man is wicked, and that's our problem. That's how we got. You see that? The Lord said His words were smoother than butter, but war was in His heart. Hey, the Native Americans came over here and they thought that when He came over here, they was peaceful with this man. What did He do? He slaughtered all of them, man, and stole their land. Now we in America, talking about we African American. Read.
Book of Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Wait a minute, who the wicked? He said the earth was given to the hands of the wicked. Who run the earth today? Who got embassies set up in every nation? Read.
He covereth the faces of the judges thereof.
No, He covered the faces. What is that talking about?
If not, where and who is he?
Hey, the Lord said if the so-called white man ain't the devil in the earth, you got to tell me another nation of people more wicked. So that was a rhetorical question. You see that? That's why the Lord said this. Give me Romans 9:13. Give me Romans 9:13. And we're going to go back to the curses to finish showing you who you are and how we know for a fact. All right, read this.
Book of Romans chapter 9 verse 13. As it is written.
Does God love everybody? All right, read this.
Jacob have I loved.
So the Lord said He loved Jacob. Come on.
But Esau have I hated.
Read again for the brother.
As it is written.
He said, Paul said, as it is written. So obviously this is written somewhere else. He's reading the book of Malachi. We're going to go to it. Read.
As it is written. Jacob have I loved.
We love you, brother. Go ahead.
But Esau have I hated.
He hate this man right here, man. The wicked in the earth, man. That's walking on stolen land. They just never taught you that, because who did you learn your book from? From him. They came over here and gave us Christianity.
Well, like when I was a young child, coming up to school, and a white man taught me all that. But I got other people that know the truth of the world told us some of the same things. Right. And God saying, you know, knowledge from you as well. So I didn't know they was called Israelites. Right. I didn't know that they said God heard Esau.
You see that?
Yeah.
Right? And we know that Esau, they Esau. Go to give me Malachi. He got it. So let's see what Paul was reading, and this is going to further give you understanding. Because some may say, well, he said Esau, he ain't talking about all of them. But we know that they are the descendants of Esau. So we're going to get more understanding. Read this.
Book of Malachi chapter 1 verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountain and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished.
This is what the so-called white man said during that time. And that's when they was pushed up into the clefts of the rock. See that? They said that we are impoverished, but what?
But we will return and build the desolate places.
So that's what they did after the Dark Ages, in the Renaissance. They returned, they came back into power. And what? Look, they rebuilt the desolate places that they built up. Watch this, read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
The Most High said, he set this up. He said they gonna build, but he said he about to tear this shit down, man. He about to utterly destroy the so-called white man in his kingdom. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
That's why we out here. We out here to proclaim through the nations and to our people that they are the border of wickedness. What is a border? When you say a border of something, that means they're the beginning and the end. Read.
The people against whom the Lord...
The what?
The people...
No, just the man.
The people...
One of them.
People...
The people. That whole nation. Read.
Against whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
What is indignation? Indignation is anger and hatred. He said forever. Why? Because they destroyed his people. Wait. Come. Go back to Romans 9 and pick up where you left off at. King James. Hey, this is the same Bible that Pastor got in the church. You see that? It's the same Bible we got on the shelf collecting dust that we've been having for hundreds of years. All right? The Lord just set it up. The Lord said knowledge. He told Daniel to shut the book up and seal it. But then he said knowledge would increase in the last days. So the Lord always promised that he would send his prophets back into the earth in the last end. Read this.
Book of Romans chapter 9 verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with God?
Hey, one may say, well, why would the Lord hate somebody that he created? Is God unrighteous because he hate a nation of people? Wait.
God forbid.
No. God forbid. Go ahead.
For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
And the Lord said, I do what I want to do. Go ahead.
So it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of God that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee.
So the Lord raised up, remember, we was in captivity under the Egyptians. Remember, he said, let my people go. Right? He said he only raised up the so-called white man just so he can show his power. See that? So the same way he lifted up Pharaoh. At was one point, Pharaoh was going to let the children of Israel go. But the Lord told Moses, I'm going to harden his heart just so I can show my power and bring more plagues. That's what the Lord is saying. He only made America and the so-called white man this great power just so he can send his son to destroy it and make his name known throughout all the earth again. You see that? Because right now, his name is not known throughout the earth. This guy is. Caesar Borgia. They call him Jesus the Christ. You see that? But the letter J wasn't created till the late 1700s. How can you translate Yahweh Shai into Jesus? You see that? So he's going to make his name known through the earth. With this, the Most High is Yahweh, right? Bahashim, in the name of his only begotten son, Yahweh Shai. That's the name of the Lord. Go ahead.
And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden him. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who hath resisted his will?
Who can resist the will of the Most High, man? Go ahead.
Nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God?
Anybody that come and speak against these scriptures, who the hell are you, man? The Lord said you ain't nothing but earth and ashes, man. Go ahead.
Why hast thou made me thus?
The so-called white man say, he can say, why you make me so wicked? Can he say that to the Lord? No. Read.
Has not the potter power over the clay?
The potter is the Most High, the Creator. He got power over the clay. Read.
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto...
To make, of the same lump, Rebecca's womb, right? To make what?
Same lump. To make one vessel unto honor, and another unto dishonor.
To make one vessel to honor Jacob, and Esau to dishonor. You see that? Go ahead.
What if God, willing to show his wrath, and to make his power known, endure with much long suffering, the vessel wrath fitted to destruction?
So-called white man is fitted to destruction. Thus said the Lord, thus said the Holy Bible. Now go back to the curse, we're going to finish showing you who we are. So does it make sense now? It makes sense. So should you love what God loves? Should you love what God hates? No. You see that? That's what got us jammed up in the first place. Read this.
37, Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword.
The Lord said another curse word, we're going to become an astonishment. I these white people look at it and say, look at these niggas, man. Right? When we go in their stores, ain't we an astonishment to them? How can the people so mighty be brought down so low? They so big and strong, but yet we ruling over them. And we became a byword. What's a byword? You came up and said you was black. That's a byword, because that's a color out of a crayon box. African American, that's two continents. That's not a nationality. You can't be from two places at the same time. There's over 30 countries in Africa. You see that? Hundreds of tribes, if not thousands. You see that? So that's becoming a byword, because being called outside your God-given nationality is a byword. Go ahead.
Byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead.
32.
32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Whose sons and daughters was given unto another people? Right? These so-called white man's sons and daughters given to another people. Whose sons and daughters? What's your last name, brother? So-called white man last name. You see that? Right, for being given into another people. Whatever slave plantation you was on, you took on that name. Ain't that right? Ain't that right, Mr. So-called white people? Read this.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
There was nothing we could do to get our children back. When Master Jackson came in your plantation and he wanted to buy your children, you couldn't do nothing to get your children back. Read.
46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
These curses that we're reading are upon us for a sign. What is a sign? What is that place right there? This big building right here.
I don't know what that is.
You see, it has a sign. What does it say?
Oh, Fifth Third Bank.
It say Fifth Third Bank. How would you know what that was without that sign? You wouldn't know. It was just a building. You know, you kind of have to go in and kind of ask around. But with that sign, it's a marker to identify and let you know. These curses are a sign to let you know who the real children of God was. Because the Bible, give me Isaiah 1 and 3. The Bible said in the last days they wouldn't know who they were. That's why Christ said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. We are the lost sheep that was scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. World's best kept secret. You see that? Now you got the so-called white man in your land acting like you. That's why he's Jewish. You see that? Ish, the suffix ish. When you put that suffix at the end of a word, it just means to pertain to. So if I say it's 12-ish, is it really 12? No. You don't find Jewish people in the Torah. The real Jews are from the tribe of Judah. There was a split between the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. You had Benjamin and Levi, they joined on to Judah. So Judah, Benjamin, and Levi became the Jews, the southern kingdom. And the rest of the tribes were the northern kingdom, or Ephraim. You see that? Read this.
Book Isaiah chapter 1 verse 3. The ox knows his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
So the Most High compared his chosen people to two dumb animals, an ox and a jackass. He said an ox knows who he belongs to, right? And the jackass, he can find his way home. But what?
But Israel does not know.
Israel don't know who they are. Read.
My people does not consider.
They don't even consider. You got people lighter than me calling themselves black. Talking about Black Lives Matter. You see that? That's confusion. Go back to Luke.
And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. For a wonder upon thy seed forever. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
Now the Lord said another curse to identify who his people are. You are going to have to serve your enemies. So God's people has enemies in the earth. So this man beat you down and now he want to tell you everybody are equal. But he know he not equal to you. Read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger.
So in hunger, where you got to go get food, brother? Yeah, you got to go to a Walmart, a store. Do our people own these corporations, or does the so-called white man? That's serving your enemy in food. Read.
And in thirst.
When you want, the Lord is saying for the children of Israel to have to buy water, it's a curse. Who put the cement? Water is supposed to be free. Who put the cement down? Right? If you don't pay your water bill, who's going to come cut your water off? And we don't know what he's putting in those bottles. The Bible called this man the wicked, the boy of wickedness. So you can't trust the damn devil. Right? Who poisoned those in Flint, Michigan? Who poisoned the water? Read.
And in nakedness,
And in nakedness, clothes on your back. We don't own any textiles. We got to go to our enemy for clothes. Read.
and in want of all things.
And they love it. We got to go to them for all things. That's a curse that the Lord put on us for breaking his commandments. So if you want an education, you got to go to the so-called lying white man. He's going to teach you the truth. He's going to teach you lies. Go ahead.
He used to put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
Who had yokes of iron on their neck, brother? Look at this picture right here. Right? Who had yokes of iron on their neck? We did, right? Go ahead.
Until he have destroyed thee.
So you don't got a chain on your neck right now. The Lord said he only put a yoke of iron on your neck until you were destroyed. Once you were destroyed, you can take the chains off a trained dog. He trained now. So now you got a bunch of destroyed niggas, black people, Jamaicans, Haitians. You see that? Wait.
So that the man that tender among you.
Here go another curse. All right, this is a heavy curse on our people that the Lord put on us. Right?
So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
We used to be very cordial with each other and delicate. Right? We'll check on our brothers. Not no more. Now we mean mugging each other. Right?
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
The Lord said his eye will be evil toward his brother. Doesn't that sound like black on black crime? You see that? Right?
And toward the wife of his bosom, and towards the remnant of his children which he shall lead.
Right? Ain't our men known for leaving the children? You see that? Go ahead.
64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other.
Why we scattered among our people? Our people are all over the place, man. Those ships went in so many different routes, and those slave ships, right? Ain't nowhere in hell the so-called white man can read this Bible and relate to it. Ain't talking to him. Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
The Lord said when you get to these places of your captivity, you're going to be serving other gods, like white Jesus. Go ahead.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
Even wood and stone. Christianity and Islam. You see that? The number one religion in the earth and the number two religion. It's over 9 billion people in Christianity. That's the wide gate that leads to destruction. And Lord said, enter ye in the straight gate. Right? Read.
68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
How did we get here to this side of the earth? Right. Did we take by ships, right? Right. You know what Egypt means in the Bible? Get Exodus 22. Because they just came out of Egypt. Now the Lord is telling the Israelites, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again. You don't need a ship to go into Egypt. They walked in and walked out. So let's see what this means. Right.
Book of Exodus chapter 20 verse 2.
Come hear the word, brother. Come learn the truth.
Right. Brother. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So Egypt is synonymous with slavery or bondage. That's why in the back of the American dollar bill, you got a pyramid on it. Right? That's a Egypt custom. We built those pyramids under the captivity under the pharaohs. You see that? Go ahead.
And the Lord shall, 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said, I'm going to bring you into slavery again, but this time
with ships.
With what?
Ships.
With ships. But the so-called white man come over here on slave ships, and then he fund the lumber for the slave ships. See that? Right.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see no more again.
We wouldn't see our homeland again until the Messiah come and redeem us. So how did they get in that land in 1948? That's going against prophecy. You see that? Go ahead.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
The Lord said we were going to be sold unto our enemies. Were we sold on auction blocks? Were we sold? We were sold. So the Lord is talking to people that were going to be sold, and who are we sold to?
Unto your enemies.
Your friends.
Enemies.
That's why you march and trying to figure out why they're killing you. The Lord telling you the whole time these people are your enemies. And he sent them against you because we sinned against the Lord and we broke the commandments. You see that? Give me Jeremiah 17:4.
Book of Jeremiah chapter 17.
So what's your nationality, brother? You understand what nationality is, that it's not a color? Because you got many dark, you got the East Indian man, he's dark. He's smart enough to know he's not black. He can look at my shirt and look at his skin and see he's not black. Right? Who else? Everybody in the earth got melanin and pigmentation except one nation, the so-called white man. Right? And the Lord put a mark on that man so everybody in the earth could know who the devil was. Remember he told Cain, I'm going to put a mark on you, and told nobody to kill him? Well, that was the mark when he came back as Esau. He was red and hairy. He was red like a hairy garment. Right? So just like you're not black, they not white. Right? This brother got a white shirt on. But white means pure and holiness. Black means dead, dark, wicked. So they play word games with us. You see that? Read this.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee.
So it was prophesied that we were going to be cut off from knowing who we are.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not.
So Jeremiah got the same prophecy that Moses gave. We were going to be serving in the land that did we know this land when we got here? No, we didn't know this land. It was foreign to us. Right? Because this is not our rest. This is not our home. Right? Go ahead. All right, give me Psalms 49 and 11. Shalom, brother. What's your nationality? What's your nationality?
What they gave us black.
Praise. So we understand that we're not colors, right? So when we up here teaching, we teaching, giving our people their true nationality. Right? Sister, you want to get a flyer before you go? You got to go? You got some questions? Okay. All right, give her a flyer. So we're up here teaching the truth of the Bible, right, to our people. That we're God's chosen people. And we sinned against the Most High, and He put curses on us. And we're living out our sins, the judgment of the Lord. And we must repent in these last days as Israelites. The Lord is not coming back to save no black people or African Americans. He's coming back for His people, the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So we must relearn who we are, repent, and keep the commandments. Right? And we're in the last days, so time is short. Right? And the Lord said He would send His prophets in the last days to warn the people. Alright, so that's what we out here doing, fulfilling prophecy. Give me Hosea 1 and 10 real quick. Give me Hosea 1 and 10. And if you got any questions you can think of in your mind, our job is to answer you with the scripture, with the Bible. Any question? Yeah, Hosea 1 and 10. Okay, come on.
Book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea.
So the so-called white man said, it's what? 12 billion people on the earth? You see that? But the Lord said that the children of Israel are as the sand of the sea. Can you go to each beach on the earth and count each grain of sand? That's impossible. Right? So the Lord said His people are as the sand of the sea, right?
Which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living God.
So the Most High said, in the place that you went into captivity where they told you was niggas, and you weren't nothing, you was black people, you was African, damn Hamites, the Lord said in that same place, you were going to be told that you are the people of God. Right. You see that? So we're fulfilling prophecy. We out here to tell you today that you God's chosen people. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. I'm going to show you what that means. The world's best kept secret, because they know it.
Oh, thank you.
Right. Read this.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
This is what the Lord said about you, brother. He said, holy is Kadash in the Hebrew, which means separate. Right? Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto Himself. Above,
equal to,
above,
below,
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Pastor ain't going, he can't read that in the church. The Lord said we're above all people that are upon the face of the earth. But we marching to be equal to some people that the Lord said was nothing. You see that? So are we reading the Bible? Give me Matthew 15 and 24. All right, let's read the words of so-called, they call Him Jesus Christ, but we know Him as Hamashiach Yahushai, right? Which is the Savior of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Because you didn't get to the New Testament and everything that the Most High said changed. The Lord is not the author of confusion. Right?
Book of Matthew chapter.
But in order to enslave you and to include everybody in our book, they had to come bring you another doctrine and switch it up. But they couldn't switch the words. But they know we don't read. You see that? They kept us from reading for a reason. But they kind of slipped up. They messed up. That's why Hitler said they should have destroyed the Bible. Because at some point we was going to figure it out. Read this.
Book of Matthew chapter 15 verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. He ain't come for everybody. You see that? Go ahead. Give me Matthew 1:21.
All over the scriptures, the Bible don't contradict itself. A lot of our people stop believing in the Bible. We think it's the white man's book because of Christianity. A lot of us don't even waste our time with these churches. But it's not the book, it's the people teaching. That's why the Lord said, woe to the pastors that scatter my sheep. You see, now our people they can't even discern the real prophets when they come. They think we just niggas out here ain't got nothing else to do.
God
It's
didn't say
all
you was a
undone.
Baptist. He didn't say you was a Muslim. He didn't say you was a Christian. He didn't say that. He didn't preach
None of
that.
those churches. That's right.
He didn't preach that.
And we got the history right here. These men are the ones who created these religions. Baptist was created by John Smith in 1608.
Right.
Go ahead, brother. Take a picture.
Yeah, I want to picture that.
Con.
Hey, guys, can I say something?
Go ahead.
There's another preacher that do what you do. You know who he is?
I know it's a lot of camps out here.
No, there's only one that do what you're doing right now. And that's Gino Jennings.
We know Gino going out though. He kind of.
He preach right the word now. He do just like you do.
He do,
He
but
turn to his man and let him read what the word
yeah, he
says.
do it like he do that, but he got that from the street too.
Okay.
He been teaching a long time. He didn't know nothing about no Israelites until he seen the brothers on the street.
Okay.
But he still don't teach. He mixed old wine with new wine. He mixed Christianity with this truth. He won't come out here into the streets and teach the word. He don't teach the commandment. You see, he got his face shaved. You see that? He ain't supposed to do that. He ain't teaching he teaching against the law. He told you that the laws are done away with. All you gotta do is believe on Jesus. The only thing that he changed is that he found out we was Israelites, and now he's teaching that. But it don't profit the Israelites nothing if we don't keep the commandments, because the commandments got us in this situation.
Okay.
That was the plot of the so-called white man, was to keep us in sin,
Right.
so he can rule over us.
Right.
Because we're nothing without our power.
Right.
That's why we've been marching for hundreds of years and ain't nothing changed. Because nothing is going to change. Only the most he wants to come and do it. That's why he said he's going to make his power known throughout all the earth.
Okay.
He only lifted up the so-called white man so he can come and destroy him. Just like he did Pharaoh. He destroyed Pharaoh. He did the same thing to the white man. We just read that to him in Romans. See that?
He just educated me. I told him, I was like, you believe white people are bad. He gave me a scripture out of the book or whatever saying that they all evil and God hates everybody.
Right? Because does God love everybody?
That's what I was calling.
Right.
But the Bible says different. You know? Give me Proverbs 11:1 real quick. Break it all the way down. Right? And that's kind of, that lets you know that people don't know the Most High. See that? God, do you love everybody? You were made in His image. No, you don't love everybody. You love pedophiles. Right? You see that? Read this.
Proverbs.
And the white man told you that he don't love everybody. He treats you like a dog. Right. He wants you to love him while he hates you. Right.
Book of Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord.
A false balance is an abomination to the Most High. To be all anything is an abomination. Right?
But a just weight is his delight.
He's the perfect balance. He's the perfect balance of love, and he's the perfect. Give me that Ecclesiastes. Give me Ecclesiastes, because we have to be retaught and be born again and learn who our power is, man. He ain't some nice, effeminate guy like this guy, right? This is who the world is talking about, right? Caesar Borgia, the Lord is a fierce Austrian man. Caesar Borgia. He's the second son of Pope VI of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia, who set his son up as the Messiah during the Renaissance. This image was painted by Leonardo da Vinci. So this is an actual man who has a name that the world thinks is Jesus. Read this.
Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1. To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. 8. A time to love,
It's a time to love. Go ahead.
and a time to hate.
That's balance. It's a time to love and it's a time to hate. Go ahead.
A time of war,
Uh-huh.
and a time of peace.
Give me Exodus 15:3. You see that? So the world is full of lies. The Lord told you that. Be not deceived. Right? By the philosophies of man and the rudiments of the world. Read this.
Book of Exodus chapter 15 verse 3. The Lord is a man of war. The Lord is his name.
He's just a puff of smoke.
The Lord is a man of war.
He's a man of war and he look like you, brother. You got a body. You see that? So he's a man of war, and he loves the children of Israel. Right? Give me